Time really does.
You know. Oh, yeah. I'm around 8, 9, 10. I mean, I'm nowhere near fast. Maybe 12. I'm not sure. Welcome to PTI, boys and girls. In today's episode, Justin Verlander joins the Giants. Simulator golf debuts. And Kendrick Perkins joins us for 5 good minutes. But we begin today with tonight's NBA game in Cleveland, where the 30-5 Oklahoma City Thunder will play the 31-4 Cleveland Cavaliers. The Thunder have won 15 games in a row, and the Cavs have won 10 in a row. This is among the greatest regular season matchups in NBA history, considering combined winning percentage this late in the season. Wilbon, I am sure you will watch this game. What are you looking for?
Tony, there's really one thing I'm looking for, and this will be eye test stuff. No analytics are going to help me figure this out if it can be figured out this early. But what I'm looking for is either one of these teams a serious threat to the Celtics, to the champs, or are both of them serious threats to the champs? And I know we're not going to get the answers to that stuff until, May and June, maybe a conference finals matchup with Cleveland, maybe a finals matchup with OKC. I've been telling you since August, since the end of last season, that I think that OKC is the reason that the Celtics are not going to repeat. Really, with no criticism of the Celtics, because I don't have any. There's none to have. I just think the league is too good right now, and the league being too good is Cleveland and Oklahoma City, or vice versa. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, to me, is the leader. I don't care about anybody else's stat line or what their lead in the league is. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, young Canadian stud star, he's the MVP of this league. And people ought to watch him if they get a chance. He's a great player. He's stylish. He's expressive. He's engaging. He's everything you want in a star. If you can take your eyes, if you can divert them from Steph and LeBron just for a second, there's a star out there with a cast that's great. I just want to see them play each other.
Yeah, so this reminds me of something that we were talking about last week when Oklahoma City beat the Knicks and beat the Celtics. And I said that these kinds of games really don't mean anything in January except to the team that wins. Because the team that wins a game like that, 2 weeks later when they can't shoot at all and they lose by 25, they take that game out of their pocket and they look at it and they remind themselves that they are a good team.
Good
I am intrigued by this game tonight for this particular reason. Neither of these teams, neither Oklahoma City nor Cleveland, has accomplished anything yet as constituted. They have not gotten to the NBA Finals as constituted. So they are still striving for something. This is not like Boston. It's not like Denver, which have rings and have rings recently. These two teams, Oklahoma City and Cleveland, are still in the prove-it stage. And they don't have a star who's generally known to the public at all. If you took a picture of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and held it next to a picture of Steph Curry, 100 people in a row would say, who's that guy? Because they would understand who Steph Curry is. Now, I hope it's a good game. You have the best defensive-rated team in the league, Oklahoma City, and the best offensive-rated team in the league, Cleveland. I hope it's good. I hope it's not one of those games where it's 25 points for 3 quarters. I hope it's not like Tennessee and Florida last night, which was a slaughter from the top and made it very easy for you to watch Duke and Pitt. Let's move to baseball. The San Francisco Giants have signed Justin Verlander to a 1-year deal worth $15 million. That is not particularly pricey for a starting pitcher in today's market. Verlander made 17 starts for Houston last year, posting a 5.48 ERA. That ERA was 8.10 in Verlander's final 7 starts. Verlander will be 42 years old next month. Wilbon, does this seem closer to a good deal for the Giants or a risk?
There's no risk. There's none. There's no risk. $15 million for a team competing in Major League Baseball, the NFL, or the NBA is nothing. It's pocket change. That's all it is. So you got Justin Verlander, a first ballot Hall of Famer. And if he can summon it, you've got a great deal. If he can't, you wave by and say, we gave it a shot. We tried it. Who wouldn't want to try Justin Verlander? I'd want him on my team in the blue pinstripes right now. So at that price, if you're telling me you get somebody who is the active leader in everything that counts, among a guy who can walk out and take the ball on the mound, on the rubber, then I'm taking that 100 times out of 100. Not only is it no risk, it's a no-brainer. That's it for me.
Yeah, no disagreement whatsoever. Verlander, I think, was 5-6 or 5-7 last year with Houston with that terrible ERA. But the year before, with the Mets and with Houston, his ERA was 3.22. I think he was 13-7 or 13-8, and he had 27 starts. And the year before that, he won a Cy Young.
Cy Young, at 40 or 39.
So last year he had arm problems, shoulder problems, some other sort of problems, neck problems, something like that. Maybe that was the outlier, Mike. Maybe he returns to form, but he's also going to be 42 years old next month. As great as he is and was, 42 years old. So it's kind of sort of reminds me of Aaron Rodgers a little bit. So I'm not necessarily all in, although I love Verlander. I root for him. He's a fabulous PTI guest. I mean, he's always been great for us. He has 3 Cys. So does Scherzer. So does Kershaw. They all have World Series rings. They're all going first ballot to the Hall of Fame. The difference is, as you pointed out, is Verlander's got the most wins of any active pitcher. I think it's 262. He has talked about wanting 300, so maybe that's why he's still in the league. I agree with you. There's no risk involved. There's no risk. The only thing I wonder about, Mike, I wonder about this. Why do you go to that division where the Dodgers are the World Series champs, the Padres are in the playoffs, the Diamondbacks were in the World Series 2 years ago, and we're 89 and 73 last year?
Pitcher's Ballpark, Tony. And it's San Francisco. And it's the most beautiful ballpark in the world that isn't Wrigley Field or Fenway. And just Wrigley, Fenway, and whatever they're calling the one in San Francisco. That's the order for me anyway. Let's move to golf, or some form of golf anyway. The new TGL, Tomorrow's Golf League, teed off last night with the Bay Golf Club beating the New York Golf Club in a match that lasted just under 2 hours. Tiger and Rory are the big names behind the league, but neither played on opening night. Tony, you and I love real golf. Does last night's debut make you more bullish than you expected to be on the TGL?
So honestly, I had no expectations. I had none. I wanted to see it because it was indoor golf. I'd never seen anything quite like this before. I stayed up past 9 o'clock. I watched the first 2 holes. I can't tell you that I love it, Mike, and I can't tell you that I completely understand it. I'm not interested down the road. It's going to last a couple of months. I'm not interested in the team that wins. I'm not interested in the team that wins the Emirates Cup either. I don't care about that. And I'm not crazy about hitting into a large screen. But I'll tell you what I really did like. The pace of play was wonderful. They did 15 holes in 2 hours. I love the shot clock, just like I love the pitch clock in baseball. The PGA Tour should adopt the shot clock, all right? Don't let these people throw the grass in the air for 25 minutes. Make them hit the ball. The other thing I loved was you could reconfigure the green anytime you wanted to. I loved watching the tectonic plates go up and down. I really did like that. I don't know if it can be a hit, Mike, because it depends on this one thing I'm going to say. The engagement of the players with each other and with the fans. This is a television show. That's what it is. And you can only sell it by yakking, by making it enjoyable and loud and fun for people.